right, guys, here we go with our next build. We're going to do the Brickhead Jar Jar. It is from the May the 4th Brickheads release, as you see in the bottom right. This is a one bag build, though. This is bag number one. I looked through the instructions, and I do that so I can pull the bags that are needed. And it is bag number one, and that is it, which is kind of impressive because Jar Jar is not a simple character. Not at all. All right. Hope you've enjoyed the builds that we've been doing. Lego is one of the important components of my Star Wars collecting. We have done a few builds. I have the Captain Panaka, the Obi-Wan, and the young Anakin, the pod racing Anakin Skywalker. The funny part is that people ask me about social media, and in my previous life, social media was a huge part of my business. And I always tell people the important thing with social media is you just got to put out content. I know there's haters and all that stuff out there, but the more content you put out, the better. You're going to get hate no matter what you do. You can be Mother Teresa and still get assholes that are going to hate on you. That is unfortunate, but that is the reality that the woke have done to the world, essentially. So we have to, combat against it a little bit. And that's how do you combat against it? Well, you continue to put out content regardless of the criticism. That is the important part. So I always recommend everybody when you're doing social media, man, just put out content. Don't pay attention to the haters. Because the haters aren't worth the sweat or the moisture off your nether region. Haters come in all forms and sizes and shapes, and most of them hide behind keyboards. But the problem is, keyboard hiding can destroy people. I mean, somebody that has nothing but hate in their heart can hurt and absolutely render somebody. Geez, I don't even know the proper word for the next thing, but just render them non existent. And that's unfortunate. It really is. So, the advice I give people when they're doing social media is just put out content, ignore the trolls, because that's all they are, and that's all they'll ever be. I've never met a troll that actually was worth their weight in gold. Doesn't happen for a reason, because it doesn't exist. I don't know if you guys are into like current events, current news, and everything, but holy crap, the P Diddy stuff is going crazy. I do remember Cat Williams' podcast on Club Shay Shay. Listen to that intently. Was super interested in what Cat had to say, and obviously he took some gruff for some of the negativity about P Diddy and some of the other. Well, I mean, he hasn't said anything that hasn't been true yet, and it's like, but the haters, right? The haters are gonna hate, even though he's so far been proven to be true. Is he true about everything he's talking about? I don't know. But if I was a betting man, if I was a Vegas man, I would be all in on Cat Williams and what he has to say because he hasn't been wrong yet. So to me, it's just interesting on how people can fall from grace for, so far and do it behaving in ways that they know if you get caught, life is over. But you still choose to do that. Like, why would you do that? It's just crazy to me. All right, I dropped a piece. Let's get it. That is absolutely crazy. I mean, it's one thing to get wrapped up into something that you don't quite know what the ramifications would be, right? And you do it, get caught up, bad on you, yeah, yeah, yeah. But when you know, like everything you're doing is gonna be bad for all of those involved, like, and you still choose to do that, why would you do that? Especially if you have an empire, right? Like you're worth a ton of money. Why would you do that? Anyway, so we're doing the Jar Jar Binks from the Brickheads May the 4th Be With You release. We've done a couple of the others. I apologize for the noise. My window to my office is open, so unfortunately we live in a city, so you have idiotic city noise you got to deal with. So I've said this in other videos and I'm still really curious, like, what is your, like, you enjoy doing Lego? What builds are you excited about? What builds are you not excited about? What was your latest build? And if you had money to blow, what would be your, like, dream build? What would you love to throw a bunch of money at that, money didn't matter what you would build? For me, I almost made a deal for it a while back. The deal fell through, but I was slated to organize a deal that was going to secure me the Death Star from Star Wars, and it fell through. So unfortunately, I was not able to secure that. But if I had the $1,200 or whatever that, man, I keep dropping pieces. That if I had the $1,200 to secure that set, that would be one that would be my dream build to do. That's why, like, it killed me with the wife and I went and saw Spider-Man in the theater, and one of the scenes they took a Death Star and threw it and busted it up, and I was like, "Oh damn, I want that." The studio just bought it just to smash it up. So, all right, all right. Let's see what we got going on here. So we're doing this side of Jar Jar. So we're doing this. Well, hold on. That is the side. The back is fairly simple. You know, the funny part is that somebody asked me the other day is like, why am I doing these builds and posting them? I mean, am I trying to be a Lego influencer or whatever? No, I am not. Um, I enjoy the world of Lego. I particularly enjoy the world of Lego Star Wars. I'm about promoting that hobby. And so anything I can do to get others to enjoy the Lego dumb that exists in the Star Wars like space, then that's what I'm going to do. I consider myself a pretty large Star Wars collector. Um, and anything I can do to help in that realm to get other people to enjoy Star Wars, especially in the Lego universe, that's what's going to happen. Look at that. It's supposed to be his ears. You can kind of see why it is now a one bag build. Star Wars Lego collecting, the just Lego in general is a enormous family type of thing. I mean, hold up, wait a minute. You know, in my family, that's what we do. We build Lego, get together, sit at the table, and do that whole thing. And you know, it is Lego fantabulous for that reason, and that reason only. Brings families together, something unique. I know Lego cares about making their money, like a business in their situation, who wouldn't? But, you know, they are doing wonders for, I think, especially the American households. I guess I can't speak to the households overseas, but, you know, Lego is one of the few wholesome hobbies left. Even like sports card collecting has turned dirty, you know? So, this is all that's left. This is it. All right, this was a ×2. Oh, taking care of that here. All right. This is going to be his feet. So this is going to go to the front like that. And like that. All right. So like I say, what is your next build? What do you got coming up? All that good stuff. What was your first Lego build? I guess that would be an interesting question to pose. I know what mine was. I'm curious what yours was. Jar Jar. All right, guys, that is it. All right, thank you for watching.